Hey guys, Mr. Babel here. I'm gonna record our first video for our e-learning experience, extended e-learning experience that is. And this one's gonna be really short because I'm just gonna introduce the topic and just kind of check in, say I hope you're all doing well. I am gonna be scheduling some check-in times. These are optional for you to participate in, but I'd be glad to see you guys, talk to you guys, and answer any of the questions that you're having. Both about this class and what's going on with the extended e-learning, just to kind of help you through this, which is just a strange time. I know that for all of us. So, all right. So for section 10.1, really the main idea is we're talking about radical expressions and radical functions. And this is really just kind of filling in some pieces in what we call all real numbers. You've been using things like natural numbers or counting numbers since you were just 2 or 3 years old learning how to count. And the whole numbers is when you got those negatives brought in there and zero, and finally rational numbers, not finally, actually eventually rational numbers. Those are things that we can write as fractions. So like 1/3, 2/3, those are rational numbers. But then there's the irrational numbers that came later on, maybe 7th or 8th grade at the earliest. Probably you're seeing things like the square root of 2 is a irrational number, square root of 3, or really my favorite, let's get a fancy one for this, my favorite, pi is a irrational number. You can't write that as a fraction. But some of the irrational numbers that we're talking about are things that do get written in a radical form. So things like square root of 2, square root of 3, or the cube root of 10. Something like this, the square root of 16, however, is not an irrational number because that's just 4, which is a counting number, natural number. So it can be written as a fraction, 4/1. All right, so I'm going to cut it here, and then we'll make our second video where I go through some examples for you, enough to get you through questions 1 through 4 in section 10.1 of my math lab.